If you are relocating to Eastern North Carolina, maybe sometimes it comes to Greenville, North Carolina or New Bern, North Carolina, and looking at which one really looks and fits to your need and your budget. That's what we want to talk about today.
And maybe you went on to different AIs and they tell you like, oh, college town versus beach town or water town, and that or a place to slow down. Those are very, very general and untrue things for both of these places, but that's what AI might tell you initially. So by the end of this video, we're going to talk really about the truth about New Bern and Greenville. And I love them. I love them both, and we've sold them in both. But you have to know which one fits your budget, your job, and the kind of day and lifestyle that you really want. So your money is going to help you, and which town might fit for you is really up to what your lifestyle might be.
Exactly. Therefore, now here we are going to cover flavor of both towns, which is Greenville, North Carolina. We're going to go through the job, economy, and the housing market, and some of the amenities or more details that helps you that see which one is really fitting your need and your family need with your budget that you have considered for this project.
Now, Greenville is a growing city, lots of job opportunities. A lot of it relates to ECU Health, one of the biggest medical centers in the country, in the state, and it is growing quickly. And your money will go further here. Whereas New Bern, on the other hand, is a more upscale, smaller but upscale, right where the waters meet, the rivers meet, and it's historic. It's slower paced. It leans more towards, just statistics, retirees and military families, and prices are a little higher. Let me just give you a really example before I let my husband take over about Greenville. Greenville's most famous resident is who? Mr. Beast. Who is New Bern's most famous resident? I know. Nicholas Sparks, the guy who wrote The Notebook and all the other books. So just to give you a really simple, who is where, that kind of situation. Now, tell me, what about Greenville?
So if you're looking at these two towns, and first in the Greenville, basically as my wife said, Greenville is a little bit more affordable, has higher energy because of course the average age that we have, because we have 28,000 college students.
There is that, they live in the college section, but we don't live in the college section.
We don't live in the college section, of course, but the population is something between 100 to 105,000. And then also the housing in Greenville moving faster. New Bern, as my wife said, is closer to the water, quieter upscale pace, and if you don't mind really paying more for, and that's why we wanted to give you just a short brief before we start going to the details more.
Now, we told you Greenville's a growing town. We already told you there's even more. We didn't talk about Thermo Fisher or Nipro, which is Bovient Solar is coming here. There's just so many businesses and pharmaceutical companies, and all kind of related to the medical field, because again, there's medical. And then if you want to go downtown area of Greenville, or the uptown we call it now, there's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of breweries, a lot of events, and then the medical district is moving all day, every day, because that's where everybody's on the move there, because that is like a really big sector of our town.
Exactly. Greenville in general is a 1.5 hour from where, of course, that you can get a bigger airport, because in Greenville, Pitt Greenville Airport is just running by the American Airlines, and New Bern feels like opposite in the best way. It's a historical riverfront town where the Neuse and Trent rivers coming basically together with beautifully preserved old downtown, full of colonial and craftsman homes with the waterfront views and marinas. And the boats everywhere, as you see.
Now, if you're looking for golf communities, there's both of them everywhere, but on Tuesday afternoon, you're closer to the coast, or you're closer to the coast if you're on New Bern than in Greenville, right? But you can golf in both places. But really what comes down to, what kind of are you looking for? Because if you're looking for a job where a lot more jobs are, that might be something that you're really considering, and Greenville is growing fast as a result, because Greenville might have it has jumped 80% since the 2020 census.
80% of what?
8%, sorry, 8% since 2020, the population.
Okay. Now, we had 8% of increase in population.
Yes, 8%. I just can't speak today.
Therefore, what else about the Greenville?
And we told you about ECU. There's thousands of jobs in the medical field, and we all have a bunch of new industries coming. Do you want to talk to me about those new industries?
Yes, therefore, we had a couple actually videos about different industries that are coming, and basically there's a lot of big project downtown turning to the old tobacco warehouses into the modern innovation labs, offices, and light manufacturing that is expected to brings hundreds of the high-paying tech job and engineering job and pharmaceutical jobs to Greenville, North Carolina.
So basically, Greenville's story is simple. There's a steady wave of well-paid medical and professional people moving in. One of the places for the highest college degrees, and the city is growing to meet this need. This is why homes are selling, and they're selling fast. New Bern is running on a little bit different. It's running on military, retirees, and manufacturing jobs. So just down the road at in New Bern is the Military Point government building, pouring billions of dollars into the economy, especially since they've been modernizing the bases, plus people who work there. And around that, you have factory jobs, of course, appliance makers, paper company, and boat builders are in there. At least, and then there's several more expanding right now. And honestly, between Greenville and New Bern, it's about, depending on what parts, it can be 30 to 60 minutes, depending on what part of each part of the city you're going to. New Bern gets a lot of those military, a lot of military families, a lot of engineering, a lot of skilled workers, and on top of that, a lot of retirees who just want to be by the water, or remote workers who want to just be by the water and live a slower lifestyle. You've seen The Notebook, exactly. You want the Notebook lifestyle.
Therefore, basically, the incomes there run a little bit higher than you expect for a town, the size of the town itself, and that's the people that actually they're buying there. Many people that we already talked about the category. And what it matters in this...
so basically we understand when we're talking about transportation and movement, right? So the major highway running through New Bern is being rebuilt with the interstate standards in the next couple years to cut the drive toward Cherry Point and the coast quicker. So they are trying to move it quicker, which will help people in Greenville too. And there's also a large master plan community being built right now just outside the downtown area. And New Bern is quietly getting more convenient and adding a lot of new homes, so it's not just historic ones. But it is a little bit more expensive, if we told you. So people look for what their money can buy, and that really does come down to what it is. And remember, those numbers are changing all the time. In Greenville and New Bern, they're just very different. Greenville, your median is $280,000, right?
Exactly.
It's about, and homes move fast. It's a quick market around here, and it's homes to go under contract typically in a month. Good homes go within a weekend, like we know this.
Exactly. Some of the homes goes in even 2 or 3 days.
Right, and the cost of living is below the national average.
Exactly. Therefore, Greenville definitely the cost of and part of it is coming in market in the Greenville with that median of 280, which is, if you're looking at the average of 410,000 in the average, therefore we're looking at how much we are under the average of the national we are. What about New Bern?
New Bern is moving faster. So basically, it's starting in the mid 300s. Anything on the water is going to be well above that. Waterfront property anywhere is always higher end. Homes take longer to sell there as well, typically over a month, because it is a higher end market and buyers come from out of state to a lot of times, and they're taking a little bit more time there. So if you do buy near the water, your home insurance is going to cost more as well. So you do have to be always checking the flood zones. But so the trade-off is really real. Now in Greenville, you're going to get more home for less, and you're going to get it in a faster speed. In New Bern, you're going to pay a premium, but you're going to be by the water, right? And you get the historic town. You get Mr. Beast versus Nicholas Sparks, right? Which is something you would not hear anybody else say. So which one do you really want? Like, which one are you looking for? Are you looking for something with energy and drive, where it's medicine, university, pharmaceutical, where your money is really going to stretch faster, with an uptown, with a city full of energy? Or do you want New Bern, which is sitting on the
really
water?
in the water, exactly. And then, of course, a slower pace, more relaxed pace, sound like that is the whole point, that what is the lifestyle that you're looking for, and what is the budget that you are considering to invest if you wanted to move to either of these cities?
No, they're both wonderful, right? It just really depends on what you're looking for and why you're looking for it, and where you want to be at the end of the day. We've sold homes in both. We sell more in Greenville because that's where we live, but I've sold homes definitely in New Bern because it's just a nice, lovely place to be as well. And the historic river gives you water, charm. I love driving over the river, to be entirely honest, because it gives you an immediate sense of peace, right? So it really comes down to what you're after. Are you looking for value and speed? Or are you looking for water, calmness, and the pace of life that's a little slower?
And we are Alan Victoria Pina, real estate agent in Greenville, Winterville, and Pitt County, North Carolina. And here, please go to description below, book an appointment with us with the calendar that we put there with the link. And don't forget to look at all of our playlists here and subscribe in our channel and write us a comment. We'd love to connect with you and see you next time.